Greetings to all. Today we are going to see daily current affairs of June 1st, 2nd and 3rd current affairs. The important topics are Huluk gibbons, Nipah virus, legislative councils, international compliance committee and urbanization. Now we are going to have a detailed analysis of these topics separately. Our first topic is Huluk gibbons. First we have to know what is about this Huluk gibbons. These are known as the smallest and fastest of all apes, inhabited tropical and subtropical forests in Southeast Asia. They have high intelligence, distinct personalities, and strong family bonds similar to other apes. They represent only one of the 20 gibbon species found in worldwide. Now, what is their population and habitat? The current population of Huluk gibbons is estimated to be around 12,000 individuals. So they are found in forested areas of Northeast India, Bangladesh, Myanmar, and southern China. This gibbon species in India has two distinct Huluk gibbon species are found in India's northeast region, the eastern Huluk gibbon and the western Huluk gibbon. Eastern and western Huluk gibbons are found in northeast India. So, a recent study, the Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology in Hyderabad, analyzed the genetics of these gibbons. The study revealed that there is actually only one species of gibbon in India, debunking the previous belief of separate eastern and western species based on coat color. The genetic analysis showed that the population previously thought to be eastern and western Huluk gibbons diverged approximately 1.48 million years ago. The study also estimated the gibbons diverged from a common ancestor around 8.38 million years ago. Now, what are all the threats seen to this? All 20 gibbon species, including this Huluk gibbons, are at high risk of extinction due to conservation challenges. Gibbons' population and their habitats have significantly declined over the past century, leaving small populations restricted to tropical rainforest. In India, the primary threat to Huluk gibbon is the loss of their natural habitat caused by deforestation for infrastructure projects. Now, what are the conservation status of this? The IUCN status of this is endangered. The western gibbon is endangered and the eastern is vulnerable. Also, the both species are listed in Schedule 1 of the Indian Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. So that's all from this one. Our next topic is Nipah virus. So under this we have to know about what is Nipah virus and the origin, structure and symptoms, and the treatment and the prevention strategies also have been to know. Now, what is this Nipah virus? It is a zoonotic virus. It is transmitted from animals to humans. The organisms that causes Nipah virus encephalitis is an RNA or ribonucleic acid virus of the family Paramyxoviridae genus Paravirus and is closely related to Hendra virus. The Hendra virus infection is a rare emerging zoonosis that causes severe and often fatal disease in both infected horses and humans. It was first broke out in the Malaysia and Singapore in the year 1998 and 1999. So in Malaysia and Singapore, the disease is named after the village in Malaysia, Sungai Nipah, where it was first detected. It is first appeared in the domestic pigs and it has been found among several species of domestic animals including dogs, cats, goats, horses and sheep. These disease spreads through fruit bats are flying foxes of the genus Petropus, who are naturally reservoir hosts of the sniffer and hendra viruses. The virus is present in bat urine and potentially bat feces, saliva and birthing fluids. Also, what are the symptoms of this? The human infection presents as an encephalitic syndrome marked by fever, headache, drowsiness, disorientation, mental confusion, coma and potential death. Now, what are the preventions can be done for this? There are no vaccines for both humans and animals. Intensively supportive care is given to humans infected by the Nipah virus. So that's all from this topic. Our next topic is about Legislative Council. India's have the bicameral system of legislature. While the parliament has two houses, it has optional for the states. At the state level, the equivalent of the Lok Sabha is Vidhan Sabha or Legislative Assembly. That the Rajya Sabha is the Vidhan Parishad or Legislative Council. States, if they choose, can have a Legislative Council or Vidhan Parishad as the upper house in addition to the Legislative Assembly. Here, the Legislative Council is in those states with bicameral legislatures. Now, what are the creation and abolition of this legislative council? Under the article 168, states can have either one or two legislatures. So under article 169, it says that the choice of having a Vidhan Parishads to individual states. Also under article 169, it says that the constitution provides for the abolition or creation of legislative councils in states. Also, the power of abolition or creation of legislative council lies with the parliament. To set up the council, the legislative assembly of state must pass a resolution by a majority of total membership and not less than two-thirds of the members of the assembly present and voting. A resolution passed by legislative assembly of state for creation or abolition of its council is not binding on the parliament. Parliament may or may not approve the resolution with a simple majority. This step will not be deemed to be an amendment of this constitution for the purpose of Article 368. Now we have to know about the membership. Under Article 171, the Constitution, the Legislative Council of the state shall not have more than one-third of the total number of MLAs of the state and not less than the 40 members. All the members of the Legislative Council are either indirectly elected or nominated by the governor. One-third shall be elected by the electorates consisting of members of municipalities, district boards and such other local authorities in a state as Parliament may by law specify. One-third of the members of this house are elected by the Legislative Assembly from amongst persons who are not its members. One-twelfth of the members are elected by graduates of at least 3 years standing. One-twelfth of the members are elected by teachers of secondary schools having at least 3 years experience. About one-sixth of the members are nominated by the governor from among persons possessing special knowledge and experience in the field of arts, science, literature, social service and cooperative movement. That's all from this topic. Our next topic is about International Complaints Committee. Under this, we are going to see what it is and their composition, their objectives, powers and functions, and finally about their challenges. The Internal Complaints Committee are statutory bodies. They are a statutory bodies, so that are established under the sexual harassment of women at workplace, that is Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act 2013, that is POSH Act in India. Now, what is the composition of it? According to POSH Act, every employer who has 10 or more employees is required to constitute an ICC at each workplace. The ICC should consist of at least 4 members. At least 50% should be women. One should be senior women employees as presiding officer. One should be an external member from a non-governmental organization or legal background. The ICC members should be appointed for a term of 3 years and should undergo regular training of POSH Act and related issues. Now, what are the objectives of this ICC is? The main objective is to provide a mechanism for addressing complaints of sexual harassment of women in the workplace and ensuring a safe and conducive work environment for them. To provide a safe and conducive work environment for women in line with the constitutional principles of gender equality and dignity. Now, conduct a fair and impartial inquiry into the complaints, provide interim relief and protection to the complaints, recommend appropriate action against the perpetrators, and ensure compliance with the provisions of this act. Now, what are the powers and functions of this? First, inquiry. Receive and inquire into complaints of sexual harassment from aggrieved women fairly and confidentially. We should take Siamoto organ cognize of incidents of sexual harassment at the workplace to initiate action as per the POSH Act. Now, what are the challenges seen under this? Lack of awareness and sensitization among the employees and employers about the Act and the role of ICC is seen. Lack of adequate training and capacity building for ICC members on legal and procedural aspects, gender issues, communication skills, etc. are also seen. The lack of resources and infrastructure for ICCs to function effectively, such as dedicated office space, staff budget, etc. Also, the lack of cooperation and the lack of monitoring and evaluation mechanism to access the performance and impact of ICC. So, that's all from this topic. Our next topic is urbanization. Under this, we are going to see what leads to the urbanization and urbanization in India, their significance and their drawbacks, and what are the government schemes have been given under urbanization are going to be discussed. Now, what leads to this urbanization? The first thing is industrialization. Next, commerce. Next, facilities. Job prospects. So these are the things which leads for urbanization. Under industrialization, it has improved job prospects by allowing individuals to work in contemporary sectors in occupations that contribute to economic progress. Because of better job possibilities, more individuals have been drawn to relocate from rural to urban regions since the industrial revolution have took place. Next, under the commerce, the commercialization and commerce are associated with the belief that towns and cities provide better business possibilities and returns than rural regions. There are several social advantages to living in this society. Better educational facilities, higher living standards, improved sanitization, housing, improved healthcare, improved recreation facilities, and improved social life are the examples under the facilities. Now, the job prospects, higher level added occupations are created and increased by the services and industries, resulting in additional work possibilities. Cities also emerge when rural regions gradually transition into the urban landscape, such as transmission may be the result of mineral discoveries. Now, how urbanization seen in India? India, along with China, Nigeria, are the most rapidly increasing urbanization. So, under these countries, they are have 35% of world urban population. In 2018, a large number of Indian cities had a population of between 300,000 and 1 million inhabitants. In India, the urban population amounts to 461 million people. This number of growing by 2.3% each year. By 2031, 75% of Indian national income is estimated to come from urban cities. Now, what are the providing the necessity of urban infrastructure is a big challenge, as 70 to 80% of infrastructure that will be needed by 2050 that has not been built yet, and estimated investment gap amounts of approximately. Now, what are the significance of this urbanization? Some of the beneficial effects of urbanization include job development, technical and infrastructure improvements, better transportation and communication, educational and medical facilities, also the higher living standards. Urbanization and economic growth are strongly related in terms of industrialization, employment generation, and increase in productivity. Now, what are the drawbacks? The drawbacks are dwelling crisis, dwelling crisis, overcrowding, unemployment, slums, sewage infrastructure, health crisis, pollution. So these are the some of the drawbacks of urbanization. Now, what are the government schemes have been managed due to this urbanization? The first thing is National Smart Cities Mission. Sorry. Next, Amrut. Third, Swachh Bharat Mission. Fourth, Hriday. Fifth, PM Awas Yojana. Next, Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. So these are the government schemes which government took initiatives. So that's all from our today's topics. To read this document, you can visit our website. Our website's link have been provided in the description. To get more daily current affairs videos, follow our YouTube channel, also our Telegram channel. Thank you.